Mr. Boo.
Hey, what is up, my YouTube subscribers? Today is a beautiful 60-degree, sunny, bright, breezy spring day here on this Monday after WrestleMania weekend. So you know what that means. This is a special edition walk and talk video. Thumbnail didn't specify it besides that wrestling crossing sign. But we are here to talk to you on a day where there's going to be an eclipse as well. Just a beautiful day following a beautiful WrestleMania weekend. Did Stand and Deliver from NXT actually stand and deliver? Well, I'm going to tell you if it stood and delivered while I walk and we talk. So, let's just jump right on into it. WrestleMania weekend, always a wonderful weekend. You always get 2 days, 2 nights of WrestleMania, and you get NXT Stand and Deliver. Now this show, it started with the Wolf Dogs, Braun Breaker, Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs. See, they know. And they were versus Axiom and the man with the pretty hair, Nathan Frazier. Now you got two powerhouses versus a technical wrestler who can fly and a high flying man that can fly. So this match was a good contrast of power, speed, technical skill, and it was good. It was a good way to start off Stand and Deliver. It was very entertaining, and it got off to a quick start with the two high flyers flying through the ropes, over the ropes, like into the Wolf Dogs before they could even get in the ring. They were prepared, they were ready. But in the end, no matter what these two did, 450 splashes, just everything they could give to Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin didn't work, because in the end, a really good reversal into the end of days, and then a second end of days, and then a finish with the two of them that ended in Braun Breaker's spine-breaking spear. Well, it left the same champions we had coming in. Wolf Dogs retained the titles, the tag team titles there on NXT, for the first match, the opener of NXT Stand and Deliver. It stood, it delivered, and it will stand the test of time. Now, the second match, we went from seeing 2-on-2 to 1v1v1. Triple threat. A triple threat match for the North American Championship. Seriously, this match was good. It brought Dijak and Oba Femi and, what is his name? Can't think of his name. It's not Brooks Jensen. It was Brooks Jensen's partner. Why can't I remember his name? Anyway, we're walking and talking. There's no time to Google this stuff. If I think about it, I'll let you know. But anyway, this triple threat match, these three over 6 feet tall men, the champion Oba Femi, for the first time defending against two men of equal sizes, triple threat match, no DQs, no countouts. This was a good one. This was amazing. And hey, post-production, this dude and this dude's name. Yeah, that's who the third person was. Sorry. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who he was or is. What matters is this match brought it. This match stood tall. This match delivered hard. This match was 3 powerhouses powerhousing all the way through the match. And we even got to see Dijak take a dive, take a flip off the top turnbuckle, because at over 6 feet tall, the man is athletic, and he got a little help from, this guy, the name I can't remember for some reason, got a little help from him by launching him off the turnbuckle into Obafemi, who was sitting ringside in a chair. This match definitely delivered. And Dijak kept hitting his finisher. Kickouts kept happening. And I thought Dijak was going to win it. And he hits his finisher there. And as he's pinning 1, 2, Obafemi out of nowhere slides and grabs him by the neck. Lifts Dijak. Okay, this lifts Dijak up into like a powerful power bomb onto the other guy, that guy again, for the 1, 2, 3. Obafemi. Who can stop this man? Who can stop the North American champion? Now we go from having a 2-on-2 to a every man for himself triple threat 1v1v1 to a 3-on-3 women's tag team match. Now, I've been busy. I haven't kept up with everything, but apparently this group, Mean Girls, which is JC Jane, and I think Kiana James, and some other woman whom I don't know. She's newer, and I haven't really watched her wrestle. Verse. I don't know. I am blanking out bad right now. But anyway, this match here, Thea Hale is on the other team, and she's with Fallon Henley, who used to be Kiana James's partner, and another new girl, I don't really know her, and there's her name. Sorry. I stayed up forever last night. I watched WrestleMania Part 2 and Stand and Deliver, and now I'm headed to work. Like, my brain is still asleep. So this match right here, even though there's two women that I'm not really familiar with, and then I barely know Fallon Henley and Kiana James, I do know Thea Hale and JC Jane, because I loved the tag team Toxic Attraction. And Chase U, they're growing on me. Thea Hale's growing. They're all growing on me. This match was pretty good. This match definitely, I mean, it stood. And in some parts it delivered. I would say the best parts that it had delivered, in my mind, was the finish, because Thea Hale finally gets her hands on JC Jane, who was supposed to be her best friend, and told Thea, nah, it ain't. You're not my best friend, you never were. I just use you, whatever. So in the end, the Mean Girls got what they deserved, as JC Jane got a little bit of a taste of Thea Hale's ass whooping. And then there was a tag made, and Thea Hale was already pumped. And Thea was getting set up to be finished. And in that moment, instead of being finished, she turned the move into a Kimura lock that Brock Lesnar himself would be proud of. That any submission artist in the world would be proud of. She took the girl down in the Kimura lock. And we've got a submission victory. Kiana James, Fallon Henley, and this woman. They took the victory. And it was kind of the low point of the night for me. But they still brought it. They still stood. And hey, they still did everything they could to deliver a decent match. Now, let me try to see if my brain can even function here for just a little second and think of what other matches there were. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. This one stood. This one stood tall. This one delivered. Hell, this one should have been the main event. Because you have a story here. You have a story. You have Roxanne Perez going from face to heel, injuring Lyra Valkyria, demanding these title matches. demanding a shot at the title she never lost. She had to relinquish it because of injury. And you have Lyra Valkyria injured, beat down, but hell-bent on destruction, wanted this match, wanted to prove that she could walk out NXT Women's Champion, and that Roxanne Perez was just being a crybaby, and all that she could do was gripe and moan and complain, while Lyra actually defended the title, while Lyra actually stepped in between the squared circles ropes and actually brought it for NXT, while Roxanne Perez has just been being a baby. This one delivered. This one played on the injury that Roxanne gave Lyra Valkyria. This one played on the rivalry so well. This one had both women giving it their all. Roxanne Perez flying around, Lyra Valkyria showing her strength, Roxanne Perez showing her submission styles, which in the end, even after several pop rocks and kickouts and Lyra Valkyria trying her hardest to take Roxanne down, she was taken down to the mat with another pop rocks that transitioned into a crossface. And she tapped. She held on as long as she could. She reversed several of these crossfaces throughout the night in style, trying to turn them into pinfalls, shoulders down, but Roxanne Perez kept coming back, and in the end, she couldn't reach the ropes. Roxanne flipped backwards off the ropes, rolled her into the middle of the ring, and kept cinching in tight that crossface. Tap, tap, tap. New NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez. New version of Roxanne. Not giddy, not friendly, not happy, but vicious, determined, and now champion. And that leads me to the next championship match. Ilya Dragunov versus La Familia, the godfather of NXT. This one, wow, this one was pretty good too. This one was hard hitting. This one told the story of Ilya Dragunov being just basically tortured by Tony D'Angelo, mind games, all the stuff that Tony D has done to him in the weeks coming up to stand and deliver to this match. It was good. It was good. There was a point where Stax Lorenzo was going to give Tony D the brass knucks. He was going to give Tony D the assist. And Tony D was like, no, I got this, family. I got this. This is a one-on-one situation. I'm proving myself here. I will walk out champion. Well, after a hard-hitting fight, one that did stand, one that did deliver. I wish it would have stood and delivered a little more, knowing the talent that was in the ring with the family, La Familia being ringside, and Ilya Dragunov being just an amazing wrestler in the ring himself. This one was good, but it did in the end take Ilya Dragunov to do the Moscow Torpedo and to do several of his forearm things, including a super move off the top rope, an avalanche forearm to Tony D, and that is what eventually finished Tony D, the godfather of NXT. Ilya Dragunov is still NXT World Heavyweight Champion, which brings me to a history-making main event. No title on the line, just pride, broken hearts, broken friendships. We have Carmelo Hayes that I used to love that now I hate, versus Trick Williams. Broken tag team, broken friendship. Words were said, attacks were put into motion, and a match is how it all came to pass. Main event at Stand and Deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmelo Hayes, Bump That Trick Williams. First ever NXT PLE main event to feature 2 African Americans, 2 black guys, 2 great athletes. I didn't know who to go for. I was broken on this one. This was a good way to end such a great friendship, such a great tag team with 2 great athletes that we've all grown to love and hold dear to us in NXT. I wasn't playing favorites. In fact, I was torn. I love Carmelo Hayes. The man doesn't miss. The man, NXT champion for a long time before losing it to Trick Williams in pursuit of the North American Championship, in pursuit of the WWE Championship. He has had some great matches, but he's come up a little short, but you know he can do it. And in the future, I could see Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes for a title, and it would be a banger. It would steal the show. This one deserved to be the main event. It told a story, and it told it well. It told the story we all wanted to hear. And we got the finish we wanted because the hometown hero, after all of Carmelo Hayes' exceptional moves, his speed, his quickness, his high-flying acrobatics, his finishing moves, the ref being taken out several times. The ref was beat down more than a freaking nerdy kid by a fat man wanting his lunch. This was just the ref was being bullied. He was taking bumps left and right like a pro. There were chair shots involved. Chair shot after chair shot on Carmelo Hayes from Trick Williams. They fought outside the ring. This thing almost got out of control several times. Very personal, and they told the story so well in what they did. And in the end, Philadelphia's own, because WrestleMania weekend was in Philly, y'all, Pennsylvania. I'm in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. It was kind of cool that it was, where I live. Pennsylvania, but Philly's own Trick Williams was able to turn the tide on Carmelo Hayes with the running, jumping, boom, trick knee that knocked Carmelo Hayes out of the air when they bounced off the ropes. And that was it. You had 1, 2, 3. Trick Williams finally gets his redemption against Carmelo Hayes. Finally says, I'm not just a sidekick. I'm not just your partner. I'm not just your friend. I am an athlete too, and I am here to stay in NXT. And you need to back off, Carmelo. And then they kind of stared at each other. Carmelo Hayes celebrated. Trick Williams celebrated. Carmelo was not in a celebrating mood. He got what was coming to him. He got a trick knee to the face. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT 2024's Stand and Deliver stood and delivered this WrestleMania weekend. Throw this up there, whichever way it goes. You know what to do with it. If you smell what Mr. Boo is cooking, then you'll know I'm cooking up not 1, but 2 videos. Two videos that are actually 1, but I'm going to split them into 2 because you had WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday, WrestleMania Part 1, Part 2, Day 1, Day 2. Philadelphia went off with one of the biggest, baddest WrestleManias I've ever seen in my life. In my 37 years of life, I'm almost 38. WrestleMania 40, it was extra large. It stood. It delivered. It stood so tall it blew the roof off the building, if the building had one. But I'm Mr. Boo, entertainment guru, and I'm about to go to work just like all of these superstars, male and female, went to work this weekend to entertain us. I will see you in the next video at WrestleMania 40, Part 1 and Part 2 review. Mr. Boo Guru. And I'm out. If you smell what Mr. Boo is cooking. I smell what that Chinese buffet is cooking, and not bad. See you later. I'm out.